Hello everybody, it's Joe Brayson here again with an episode of Dominions 5. Let's see what's going on. So it's Submarine Year 2, which is I think turn 28, and let's look at our research. So Thaumaturgi's up to level 2. Doesn't open all that much up, I guess technically returning on the Iron Wizard, but not much more than that really. Once we get up to these high levels, so we get Terror, we get Control the Dead, which is not that great, and then With the Bones, which really is pretty useful in our current situation. Beyond that, if the game goes that late, I suppose we may go deeper into construction to try and broaden our options in terms of Earth forging especially, and Earth Battle Magic, even beyond the additional stuff we can get from Conjuration 3 with Summon Earth Power, and a bit more alteration, but I guess we'll get there when we get there, and see what's important then. Against Ghosts, I think Thaumaturgi's better. When it comes to fighting Aerithera, if we ever end up doing that, alteration for stuff like Armour of Achilles and so on, and Aura of Destruction, plus all manner of buffs to our troops is gonna come in handy. So, in terms of attacks and so on this turn, let's look at what we've done. We've got an attack going on Dragon Point, where we pinged the forces on top of the throne in case, or fort rather, in case they had left and just left one Disperse Spirit on, which they'd previously done at Flower Meadow Forest a couple of times. But no, it looks like he stayed there. Did he make it out? He did. So Vigilius the Scout is inside. In Agraria, which is one of our main income provinces, they attacked. Looks like we killed a handful of Disperse Spirits, some other stuff, and then they took the province. So they've got 2 Grand Lumas who are going to be skelly spamming their little hearts out, and a couple of Luma Consuls. Let's have a look if that's their prophet over here. The prophet, if we remember correctly, has Holy 2. I think he got muted a while ago. Yeah, there he is, Sidsheku. Muted as before. So it's their prophet, so they're going to be spreading more Dom than usual on here. And Quick Death, who is just another Holy 3 guy. It is somewhat possible as well, although they don't have a Holy 4 guy here, that they could hire birds. They could, if they had decided to brought along a couple of Astral Pearls and got the Grand Lemurs to cast some Astral Magic as well, to try and help out their troops in terms of MR for anti-banishment stuff. Further than that, if they bring another Astral Mage along, they could also get into a Communion and cast some more powerful Priest Magic that way. But I believe it was certainly the case in Dominions 4. Frankly, I cannot say 100% either way. In Dominions 5, that Power of the Spheres did not increase your level of Holy Magic. So that's if that still remains true, then they would need a Communion to be able to cast Unholy Power and so on across the entire army all at once. So it looks like they just attacked straight into it. Didn't have a terribly great time of it, and then just got devastated and then run away. So there we are, that's just how that goes. And then the other attack was in Grey Forest, where the Bergmeister Guards and Herberg Captain took it over easily, which is handy because it's a silver mine over there, so useful to deny from them and useful for us to take. I've already done most of this turn, so it's going to be more of a description of my overall strategy. So I'm bringing the bats back to Olantova to pick up some of the troops which ran away. The enemy is going to take Dragon Point unless they do something particularly strange this turn. If they do attack into here, I guess we just go for dust to dust based orders over there. In fact, you know, I'll even be sensible and set that on properly. So right, and then I guess hold an attack. So my overall thinking here is that I don't really want to get them stuck in a cave when we could just be picking up more troops and then moving this guy down into the province as well with his own once they are done with some more recruitment too. In terms of recruitment in the capital this turn, I'm going to get a Harabelda out on the grounds that the extra level death magic could be handy. If they came with more fire, that would be useful as well, but there's no real way to guarantee that, so that'll just be one of those. It'll be nice if it happens. Up here we've got one more turn until the fort's complete and we get a whole bunch more income. I'm leaving everything either patrolling or preaching here because the enemy has a really high amount of troops in the area that could quite easily move on to here. So for example, pretty much all of these guys, due to all the roads and so on, can move into Rid. I believe they can even get there from Lemuria, although I'm not 100% sure on that. So while it's kind of tempting to attack into Anvast or going to Blackdale or Star Peaks, once again, the chance for them to just take out what is really one of my last remaining larger provinces is pretty much too high to risk. So that's the situation we're in, and tempting as it is to attack Bogarus and try and take some land that way, I really can't afford another front in this war, so we're down to it being how it is. I'm pretty sure they're going to go into the curtain wall over here, the Erythraeans, but I guess we'll see. They may go into Kamzakanek. That'd be understandable if annoying for us. So yeah, going forward, once this fort's up and we have a bit more income, we should, in theory at least, have a bit more leeway to get some decent mages out, perhaps build out some more infrastructure outside of our own territory right now, and we'll see then. These two provinces are going to be full of stuff, plus over in Kellam itself are going to be able to back up Agraria after this battle's done in Dragon Point, so that'll be useful, but yeah, we'll have to see what happens with that, because I wouldn't like to move Ferrus out, just because his ability to make a crystal shield is really important to broadening our ability to fight Lemurians in a kind of smarter way if we ever get a fire mage out, but it may be kind of necessary. It'll just depend on how I feel next turn, I guess, in terms of having another anti-magic castrat, so we can keep damage down to half when our stuff is buffed. Anyway, so that's more or less the plan. I have no idea if Bogarus and Lemuria are fighting. It's possible that the Erythraeans are about to attack over in Anvast. That'd be a nice surprise, but we'll see. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Been Britain, and goodbye.